Kickoff starts now.
Who do you think is more important for a Bears defense to be successful, Kyle Fuller or Eddie Jackson?
Kyle Fuller or Eddie Jackson? That's interesting. You know, are you saying this year or in general?
Next year. Who
I mean, this next, like the 2020 season,
yes.
like I would actually have to go with Kyle Fuller, just because I think that Eddie Jackson has a higher ceiling than Kyle Fuller. Since I trust Tashaun Gibson, the safety two that they signed, more than I do any of the cornerback twos, even though I do love Jalen Johnson, like we were just talking about. So that means that if Eddie Jackson doesn't play too great, I still have faith that the safety position will be salvageable, basically, and that they'll still be able to play pretty well. But I think that if Kyle Fuller does not play well, that entire cornerbacks, all those cornerbacks could collapse, because like the difference between Kyle Fuller and the cornerback two, I think debatably might be greater than the difference between Eddie Jackson and the safety two. So that means that if Kyle Fuller does play badly, then that entire cornerback position gets completely depleted, which will have a more of an impact than just if Eddie Jackson does badly. It would still have a pretty large scale impact on this Bears defense, like what happened last year. But still, Tashaun Gibson, I have faith in him as a signing.
So that's a really interesting way to think about it, because the way I see it is that Eddie Jackson shows a higher ceiling, therefore he needs to play better in order for the Bears to succeed.
Well, I think if the Bears, to clarify, I think if the Bears are going to go their highest, reach their maximum, then Eddie Jackson doing well will allow that to happen, because I do say Eddie Jackson has a higher ceiling, but for the Bears to reach their highest of highs, Eddie Jackson has to do well. But if the Bears are going to reach their lowest of lows, then I think that would more likely occur when Kyle Fuller does badly rather than Eddie Jackson.
So that's interesting. So it's looking at it in two different ways. Mm-hmm. In my opinion, I'm going to go Eddie Jackson. As you saw, like I said, Eddie Jackson, the second Akiem Hicks got hurt, most things on the defense got worse, mm-hmm. including Kyle Fuller. But Eddie Jackson was the major drop-off. And people are not even respecting this.
But you still think that it was because of Akiem Hicks and not just because of his positional switch?
Well, no, I think it's multiple things. But I think that even if Akiem Hicks played that whole year, Eddie Jackson would still be regarded as a top safety. Obviously, we would still be talking about his decline, but his decline would be very different. We would still say, oh, he got worse, but it's not like we're upset about it. Like, Kyle Fuller got worse, but I'm not necessarily upset about it. If he plays like he did last year every single time, I'm happy.
Right, as long as the rest of the Bears defense stays intact.
Eddie Jackson, I'm not, because I know Eddie Jackson's potential. I know what he can be. I've seen what Kyle Fuller can be, and I don't think the difference between 2018 and 19 is that grave. Well, you look at
it is a pretty big difference. I mean, he was a Pro Bowler in 2018.
I mean, he 2019.
What?
He made the Pro Bowl 2019. I'm pretty sure.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I shouldn't use the Pro Bowl as a stat. But with 3 interceptions, he made the Pro Bowl?
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, I know. It's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And also what I find very interesting is that, Eddie Jackson, like I said, he has a higher ceiling. And I think that if the Bears want to win, he has to be able to find that ceiling. Because I'm not going to blame Akiem Hicks for that, but I think that all of it comes together when you look at that Akiem Hicks injury. And I think that them having him healthy and adding Robert Quinn can make this defense ridiculous. And if Kyle Fuller plays average and Eddie Jackson plays average, then the Bears defense will be lacking. But if Kyle Fuller plays average while Eddie Jackson plays amazing, the Bears defense could be amazing. If Kyle Fuller plays amazing while Eddie Jackson plays mediocre or average, then I think that the Bears have a bit of a problem.
Mm-hmm.
If you enjoyed this episode of From the Den, please remember to subscribe, comment, and like this video. Or, if you're a Packers fan, remember to dislike and leave a nasty comment. Click the links on the screen to access additional content.